Hello and welcome to Easy Education. I am Ritu Patra and today in this segment we will revise our current affairs through MCQ and explanation. I hope that will help you a lot to crack your UPSC Prelims 2021. So let's start the session. With reference to Overseas Citizen of India, that is OCI, consider the following statement. Statement 1. They are required to register their presence in India with the Foreigners Regional Registration Office, that is FRRO. Okay. Statement 2. The Government of India via Citizenship Amendment Act 2015 bifurcated the person of Indian origin, that is PIO category with OCI category in 2015. Now, which of the statement given above is or are correct? Let's see. Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So, here the right option will, their both are statement are incorrect. So, that's why the correct option is option D. Let's see the explanation. The overseas citizen of India are exempted from registration with the Foreigner Regional Registration Officer for a length of stay in India. Now, however, foreigners visiting India who hold long-term visas more than 180 days are required to register their presence in India with the Foreigners Regional Registration Office. That's why statement 1 is incorrect. Next, the Government of India via Citizenship Amendment Act 2015 merged the person of Indian origin category with OCI category in 2015. That's why statement 2 is also incorrect. Let's see the next question. With reference to silk production in India, consider the following statement. Statement 1. India produces only two major varieties of silk, namely mulberry and muga. And statement 2. The five major types of silk of commercial importance are mulberry, oak tussar, tropical tussar, muga and eri. Now, which of the statement given above is or are correct? Let's see. Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So, let's see once again. India produces only two major varieties of silk, namely mulberry and muga. This is incorrect. Next statement. The five major types of silk of commercial importance are mulberry, oak tussar, tropical tussar, muga and eri. This is absolutely correct. That's why here the correct option is option B, that is 2 only. Next, let's see the explanation. There are five major types of silk of commercial importance obtained from different species of silkworms. These are mulberry, oak tussar, tropical tussar, muga and eri. India has the unique distinction of producing all these commercial varieties of silk. That's why statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Okay, let's see the next question. Consider the following statements with reference to Shipping Corporation of India, that is SCI. Okay, next statement 1. SCI was also awarded the Navaratna status in 2008. Statement 2. The Government of India has given approval for strategic disinvestment in SCI. Now, which of the statements given above is or are correct? Let's see the options. Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So, let's see once again. SCI was also awarded the Navaratna status in 2008. This is absolutely correct. The Government of India has given approval for strategic disinvestment in SCI. This is also absolutely correct. So, 1 and 2 both are correct. So, the right option is option C. Next, let's see the explanation. Shipping Corporation of India was established on 2nd October 1961 by the amalgamation of Eastern Shipping Corporation and Western Shipping Corporation. Okay, two more shipping companies, Jayanti Shipping Company and Mughal Line Limited, were merged with SCI in 1973 and 1986 respectively. Okay, it's a government of India public sector enterprise. It operates and manages vessels that service both national and international lines, and its headquarters is in Mumbai. Now, Navratna status. SCI was also awarded the prestigious Navratna status by the Indian government in 2008. That's why statement 1 is correct. And in November 2019, the Union Cabinet had accorded in principle approval for strategic disinvestment of Government of India's shareholding of 63.75% in SCI, along with transfer of management control to a strategic buyer. So that's why statement 2 is also correct. Let's see the next question. The Beijing Declaration is related to which of the following? Let's see. Option A, gender equality and empowerment of women. Option B, intellectual property right legislation. Option C, protection of child rights. And option D, achieving climate justice. So here the correct option is obviously option A, that is gender equality and the empowerment of women. Okay, let's see the explanation. The 4th World Conference on Women held in Beijing was one of the largest ever gatherings of the United Nations and a critical turning point in the world's focus on gender equality and empowerment of women. The Beijing Declaration is an agenda for women's empowerment and considered the key global policy document on gender equality. That's why statement A is correct, and it sets strategic objective and actions for the advancement of women and the achievement of gender equality in 12 critical areas of concern like women and health, women in power and decision making, the girl child, women and the environment. Okay, let's see the next question. With reference to the European Southern Observatory's very large telescope, consider the following statement. Statement 1. The astronomers recently discovered the most distant radio loud quasar with the help of ESO's VLT. Okay, that is European Southern Observatory's very large telescope. Statement 2. ESO's VLT is located at Paranal Observatory in the Atacama Desert. Okay. Now, which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So here the correct option is, let's see once again. The astronomers recently discovered the most distant radio loud quasar with the help of ESO's VLT. This is absolutely correct. ESO's VLT is located at Paranal Observatory in the Atacama Desert. This is absolutely correct. So the correct option will option C, that is both 1 and 2 are correct. Let's see the explanation. Recently, an international team of astronomers has discovered the most distant radio loud quasar with the help of European Southern Observatory's very large telescope. That's why statement 1 is correct. Next, the very large telescope used to observe the P172+18 is located at Paranal Observatory in the Atacama Desert. That's why statement 2 is also correct. The 4-unit telescopes boast 8.2 meter, that is 27 feet mirrors. Just one of these instruments can spot objects that are 4 billion times fainter than what can be seen with the unaided eye. Okay, and according to the European Southern Observatory, the very large telescope is the world's most advanced optical telescope. Okay, that's all about this. Next, with reference to the leadership group of industry transition, consider the following statement. Statement 1. It gathers countries and companies that are committed to action to achieve the Paris Agreement. Statement 2. It was launched by the World Trade Organization in 2019. And statement 3. It's supported by the World Economic Forum too. Now, which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, that is 1 and 2 only. Option B, that is 1 and 3 only. Option C, 2 and 3 only. Option D, 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. So let's see once again. It gathers countries and companies that are committed to action to achieve the Paris Agreement. This is absolutely true. Next, it was launched by the World Trade Organization in 2019. This is incorrect. It is also supported by the World Economic Forum. This is absolutely correct. So, the correct option is statement 1 and 3 are correct, and that is option B. Okay. So, let's see the explanation. Recently, Indian Prime Minister held a virtual summit with the Prime Minister of Sweden to discuss bilateral issues and other regional and multilateral issues of mutual interest. Okay. In this summit, they agreed to continue their outreach to expand the membership of the leadership group on industry transition, that is LEAD IT. Now, leadership group for industry transition gathers countries and companies that are committed to action to achieve Paris Agreement. And it was launched by the governments of Sweden and India at the UN Climate Action Summit in September 2019 and is supported by the World Economic Forum, that is in statement 3. Now, LEAD IT members subscribe to the notion that energy intensive industry can and must progress on low carbon pathways, aiming to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2050. That's why statement B is correct. Okay, so that's all for this segment. We will come back with tomorrow with a new session. Thanks for watching the video. If you like this session, do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Easy Education. Thank you.